Self-Care Sunday. Hello, everybody. It is Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday. You know how this goes? I am new to all of these gadgets that we have here. Ooh, I'm gonna take the towel down over there. Self-Care Sundays, ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do? Self-Care Sunday. So I couldn't even be me without standing up and doing my shameless plug for It's the Waist for Me waist trainer. Let's go ahead and get that out the way while we're waiting for everyone to get on. Do you see that? Do you have your It's the Waist for Me waist trainer? Ooh, can you see over there? Can you see over there? Can you see over there? Have to do my shameless plug before we get started for Self-Care Sunday. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Tag a friend. If you are on Instagram, hit the button at the bottom. Facebook, I don't know what y'all are supposed to hit. Hit something on Facebook and tell everyone. And we are getting ready to get started. Y'all know I have to put in a shameless plug. I have to. I got to go between all of these cameras. I'm figuring this out, you guys. I do not have a social media team. I do not have someone to help me with all of these things. So I am learning, but we're going to get it one day. Today is the day, and we're going to get started. So listen, I am Ambassador Dr. Shanita Foster on all of these social media platforms. That is on Facebook, on Instagram, and now on YouTube, okay? So if you're joining us for the first time, Self-Care Sunday started during the pandemic when I felt like I was gonna lose my mind. We were locked in the house, and I realized that I needed self-care, and I needed to speak to somebody and figure out some things and work out some things that have happened in my life. And so I came up with the concept of Self-Care Sundays, where every single Sunday we will meet at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to South Africa, who I see over there on my Instagram. They are wide awake and they're actually on here. So that's how Self-Care Sundays came about. And today's topic is going to be amazing, okay? So if you're a person that joins Self-Care Sundays, get you a notebook. Like, start your whole Self-Care Sunday notebook where you're going to take your notes and you can write down things that you've learned, quotes you want to steal, or information that you just feel is important to your life. Now, here's something else. When you get the opportunity, I want you to go over to YouTube. See, his Instagram thing is fun. Facebook over here is fun. But YouTube is where you make the money at, right? So if you could do me a favor every once in a while on Self-Care Sunday, you can actually join me on YouTube. So if somebody over there really loves me, like if somebody really loved me today, they would leave Instagram or Facebook right now, and they would go to youtube.com, type in Shanita Foster, and watch me live over here, okay? Because I don't have people watching me live on YouTube, okay? So if you want to help me, somebody just log off Instagram or on Facebook and go over to YouTube and show me some love as I learn how to navigate throughout all of these social media things. Now, if you stick with me to the absolute end, I tell you how you can get some free items. That's right. I give away free items every Self-Care Sunday. So every Sunday you can look forward to me sending you something for free. If you are a person that receives something from me for free, like ever during a Self-Care Sunday, can you just drop down in the comments and say, oh my gosh, I received my free items. I've sent out CBD gummies. I've sent out free CBD coffee. I've sent out products from Dewdrop Chocolates. I've sent out products from so many different amazing companies for people to try. So if you ever got something free from Self-Care Sundays, go ahead and drop down and say, hey, I got something for free. Now, let's get to our topic today. Are you ready? If you're ready, type the word ready. If you are ready, type the word ready. If you are ready, type the word ready. Because today's Self-Care Sunday topic is this. Woo, thank you, Linda Pritchett. I can always count on one of our government officials to do something for me. She joined me over there on YouTube, right? Because I'm trying to monetize my page. I'm trying to grow in this thing. I have so many things that are going on. So I'm trying to learn and grow just like y'all. Let me tell you what today's topic is. So today's topic is the apology is not coming. Hello? The apology is not coming. And if the apology comes, it actually doesn't come in the form or the way that you would like it to come. Let's talk about some self-care. Some self-care is understanding that the apology may never come. And even if the apology comes, it does not even come in the way or the form that you would like for it to come. Most of the time, it doesn't even come in the time frame that you want it to come. I want you today to get in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, that the apology may never come. They may never apologize for breaking your heart. They may never apologize for lying to you. They may never apologize for cheating on you. They may never apologize for stealing from you. They may never apologize for backstabbing. They may never apologize for gossiping. They may never apologize for taking the contract without you. They may not apologize for stealing one of your friends. They may not apologize for being jealous. They may not apologize to you. And you have to be okay that the apology is not coming. Self-care is working on your mind, your spirit, your soul, that the apology may never come. I've spent so many nights, hours, days, months, and years being bitter and mad about an apology that is never going to come. It's not coming. And when I began to search deep into my soul, and I began to soul search and spend time learning about myself and the things that hurt me and the things that make me happy and the things that help me grow, I realized that guess what, Shanita? Even if you got the apology, would it really matter? And Shanita, there's been times where people apologize and you felt like the apology was fake. You felt like the apology was manipulative. You felt like the apology was kind of one-sided. They weren't taking responsibility for their actions, but they were just saying it because they wanted to say it because they was tired of you asking about it or wanting it. And I realized, wait a minute, self-care mentally and spiritually and emotionally is understanding that an apology might not come. And with that being said, when the apology doesn't come, what are you going to do to mentally and emotionally and spiritually get past the apology that's not coming? And so I began to soul search and I began to think, what can I do? What can I do that would make me feel better about the apology that's not coming? What are some of the things that I can do? Or what are some of the steps that I can take? Or what are some of the things that I can share with other people? Well, guess what? I've came up with a beautiful way for you to receive the apology that you're never going to get so you can move forward, right? So you know you want somebody to apologize. You know they did you wrong. You know they made you feel a certain kind of way. You know they hurt your feelings. You know they treated you bad or whatever the case may be. Here's what I want you to do starting today. Y'all ain't tell me my boobs was out like that. I was trying to do the trainer, waist trainer. So here's one of the things that you can do. I found, and you hear me say this often, that when you write the vision, you make it plain, but also when you write something down, it subconsciously goes from your head to your heart. I think I talked about this last week. That's why our great-grandparents and our grandparents, they were so in love, especially when people used to write letters, right? They used to receive a letter. And have you noticed that every time you read something, you get an emotional reaction? Like even if you read a bill, do you get mad when you read the bill? It's the same numbers you've seen before. It's the same amount of money that you owe. But every time you read it, you get mad, right? Because it's something about when you read something, it literally goes from your head to your heart, whether it's happy, mad, sad, or glad. That's why when you read a love letter, for those of you that are in love, or someone's courting you, or you like somebody, have you ever noticed that when you get in a lonely or a downtime moment, you go back and you reread all the text messages that they ever sent to you? Why do you go back and you read the same text messages over and over and over again, because every single time you read them, it gives you an emotion. It gives you a feeling, right? So that's why when you love somebody or you're in a relationship, them text messages, they mean something, baby, because you go back and you read them and they make you feel something. Now watch this. Imagine somebody hurt you, manipulated you, broke you, stole from you, all these things that you're waiting for an apology, but they're not going to give it to you. I want you to flip it a little bit so we can work on our mental and our emotional. I want you to write yourself the letter that you wish that they had written to you and the apology that you would like to hear. Hear me out. So the letter may go something like this. Dear Shanita, I would like to apologize for saying the things that I said to you that really hurt you. At the time, I thought what I was saying to you was the right thing to say. But now I realize that it actually hurt you more than it really did help you. And I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize because I believe that you are a great friend. I believe that you are a great person, that I apologize. Now, some of y'all might be like, hey, that's crazy. Guess what? Do you realize that when you're writing down the apology that somebody's not going to give you, you're actually writing down the things that you really want to hear, that the person might not say, know how to say, or say it in a correct form because it's coming from you, right? Now, once you write down the apology, I want you to read the apology that that person is not going to give to you. I want you to take that apology and I want you to read the apology to yourself. Now it's going to get gooder, right? Because once you write it and you read it a few times, you might cry. You might feel these different kind of emotions because I was mad, I was sad, I was happy, I was glad. But at some point, I began to feel relieved. I began to feel relieved because I understood what that person did to me or what they said to me really didn't define me. And once I began to read it on paper, what it is that I actually wanted to hear or I wanted them to say, I began to feel good about myself for a couple reasons. Like, wait a minute, they didn't know how to be a good friend in the first place. They didn't know how to be a good business partner. You know what? Joe couldn't have never wrote this letter this way. Wait a minute, Shanita, you was waiting for an apology that somebody wasn't even capable of. Now that I've written it down and I've kind of read it out loud to myself, they might not even recognize what they said or what they did or how they said it. They don't even have the emotional or maybe mental or maybe spiritual capacity to give me the energy or the words that I actually need. Some of y'all might think that I'm joking, but when you began to read this, I wrote a letter to myself one time and I just laughed. I said, they couldn't have never did this. I was trying to give them too much credit. I was trying to give them too much credit for this apology because they wasn't even capable of apologizing to me the way I needed them to apologize. But once you do all that and you write the letter and you read it over, and you kind of heard the apology because when you read it in the letter, you said, I want to apologize for what it is. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take the letter. I like to burn up stuff like that. Now I'm going way spiritual or way left, but hey, it's me. Take the letter outside, get to a safe place. Don't blow up your house. And I like to light the letter on fire. Just set it on fire. One thing that I've learned about something that once it's burned and it's gone, you can't put it back together. If I burn this piece of paper, and it turns into ashes, it's gone. It's not coming back. I can't put it back together. And so typically I take those letters and y'all, I be burning all kind of stuff. I got all kind of lighters. Let me show you. I got a lighter right here. I got all kind of lighters around my house. There's lighters everywhere because I've gotten to the habit of writing things down that I need to release or I want to let go of. And then I go outside and then I burn it and it's done. It's gone. I can't even bring it back. I'm saying that to say, some of you might think, okay, it was crazy. Some of you might think that might not work for you. And if it doesn't, that's fine. I'm just giving you something that worked for me. What I want you to understand today, right here, right now, is that the apology is not coming. Oftentimes, the apology is not coming. They are not going to come to you and apologize for the things that they've said or the things that they've done. And even when people have emotionally grown and matured and oftentimes come to deliver an apology, sometimes it's a little bit too late. Sometimes you're still stuck in your feelings, because I've been there. Or sometimes you're just mature enough to accept it. But I know for self-care that there's a lot of people that are hanging on to these apologies, that they're waiting for somebody to come give them this long explanation on why they did them wrong. Why would you treat me like that? Why would you say that about me? Why would you cheat on me? Why would you manipulate? Why would you steal from me? Of all people, why would you steal from me? Why would you lie to me? I'm the person you shouldn't have to lie to. I'm right here in the rawest human form, because I've probably been through every scenario that I've named. And I've just realized that when you're going on this self journey of finding yourself and wanting to love yourself better and to gain a different kind of peace, the kind of peace that takes you to another level, your next level is going to be upon how you treat yourself and how you love yourself and how you're able to control your emotions and your peace and your love and your mental thoughts. And oftentimes, those things are caught up in apologies that are not coming. So if I can help you this evening, because I hope that I'm helping somebody, I spent a long time waiting for an apology that was never coming to me. I spent a long time crying about things that hurt me to my core. And I wanted those people or that person to come back to me and to say the words that I needed to hear in order to make me feel better. Oftentimes emotionally, sometimes it's spiritually. Listen, the church can hurt you like never before, okay? I'm not the biggest church person. Shout out to all my preachers, pastors, prophets, bishops. I'm friends with all of them. But that church thing, it can be funny sometimes. And so you can actually get hurt in your spiritual home, in your spiritual space. And so I know what that feels like too. And so I'm saying this to say that this evening, tonight, that I hope you begin to take the steps necessary to begin to prepare your heart and your mind and your spirit, that apology that you have been waiting for so long, it's probably not going to come. It's probably not going to come. And I want you to get to a point where you understand that if the apology does not come, that you can begin to move on and to take the steps necessary to grow from that pain, to grow from that hurt, to grow from that experience. You never lose. You just learn. You never lose. In life, I believe you never lose. You just learn. So when people be like, woo, I lost, baby, I didn't lose. I learned what not to do, what not to say, what not to give, what not to put forth in certain energies. Once you learn a person, you begin to learn and accept who that person is, and then you're able, you know how to operate or how to deal with that person. It's a lot of people. It took me so many years to figure out how to operate or how to deal with those people on a level that actually worked for me, a level that was okay. And I'm laughing because over here on my Instagram, I got so many people that saying, I'm sorry, I'm praying for you. It's not like that, okay? It's not that I'm in this dark or bad space. If you've been following me, my spiritual self-growth is at an all-time high. But as I reach another level, I begin to want to teach and to want to tell other people, because the biggest and the best thing I feel about me as a person is I like being transparent, because I think there's so many smoke and mirrors, and there's so many people on social media and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter that's giving you so much controlled content that sometimes you lose focus of what's actually real in this world. That's why I'm so transparent. Somebody said on my page the other day, I made a post, they said, it seems like you're fighting these imaginary demons or these imaginary people like somebody's after you. It's not that. I try to post, talk about, or address things that I think majority of people are dealing with, that are facing or that are going through. That, I mean, I try to tell people all the time, there's only 3% of the world that are actually like millionaires, like for real wealthy type people. The rest of it is kind of like smoke and mirrors. And there's only even smaller percentage of people that actually go to sleep like happy every day. People don't wake up happy every single day. People don't wake up with these perfect lives and this perfect hair. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all haven't noticed today, I hope y'all did notice that I attempted to do my own makeup today, trying to learn how to do my makeup and grow in so many different areas of my life. Y'all got to be crazy if y'all think I woke up like this. I did not wake up like this. So when them people be on Instagram like, I woke up like this. No, you didn't, girl. You only woke up like that unless you went to sleep last night with the same makeup on that you had to on the night before. But there's so many people that get caught up in these smoke and mirrors talking about, I wish I could look like her. You don't even know what some of these people look like. Once they take the wigs off, they take the makeup off, they take all the face trainers off. Once they just strip down to everything and get down to them bare selves. So my reason for doing the things that I do and how I do them is hopefully that I could relate to people on this journey, because I've been super high in my life. I've been real low. I've been super, 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 super. I don't know if I don't like the word rich. I've been very, very blessed in my life, and I've been very, very low. And I can tell you that during each one of those single times, the best thing that I could do is uniquely be exactly who I am, and that's me, and to not change throughout that. So listen, that is the self-care topic for today. That literally the apology is probably not coming. If you get an apology from somebody that you really love or you care about or you cherish, I want you to hold on to it so tight. I want you to hold on to it so tight, and I want you to respect the apology, because I think people don't understand how hard it is for people to actually come and to apologize to somebody. I'm so quick to apologize at this phase of my life because I just realized life is just too short just to be mad. So if there's people that are in my life that I genuinely 1000% care about, I respect, I love, I don't get into this battle of I'm tired of apologizing first, or I don't want to be the first to apologize, or they should come to me, or whatever the case may be when we have a disagreement. I want to be the first person to apologize. And my best friend, it took her so long. Shout out literally to one of my best friends, Ray. I think her name is Loving Angel Ray on Instagram, because she comes from a very hard background. And it's so funny because even as friends, when we used to argue because we do not agree on everything, she is a whole free spirit, okay? If you follow her page, she is always naked and laying on the beach, and she is a whole free spirit. And sometimes we be arguing. I'll be like, friend, why you do that? Why you say that? And there were times throughout our friendship that we had to grow to where we would disagree, and she would want to be mad for days, for weeks. She'd be blocking me all on the phone, blocking me on Instagram and stuff. But because I loved her, because I cared about her as my friend, I would chase her just a little bit. She's my best friend, to apologize, to let her know that my words were hurtful, or maybe I said something that didn't make her feel good. And it didn't matter if I was the first person to do it. I did it because I loved her and I respected her. And as time went on, now we can agree to disagree in 2.2 seconds. And literally we can hang up the phone and pick up the phone in 5 minutes and we're ready to start over. But it was a learned process. It was a learned process because a lot of an apology has to do with communication. And even within a apology, I think and an apology is attached to communication. How you communicate to somebody and what you say to somebody within an apology, I think sometimes that matters too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like funky apology. I'm sorry. I said what I said, but I'm sorry. Is that really an apology? To me, that's kind of not an apology. I'd be like, wait a minute, was that the apology? I said what I said, but I apologize. That's not an acceptable apology to me. But again, you remember, we had to be okay and all right with knowing. Somebody said a Scorpio. Somebody must have knew I was a Scorpio. I'm definitely a Scorpio. Then I definitely had to get to a place where literally I was okay. When they said apology, I was like, okay, as long as they said they sorry or they apologized or they was kind of acting like they acknowledged what was going on or how they hurt me, that was good enough for me. So listen, that was Self-Care Sunday. I'm watching the time. We are at 25 minutes. We're at the 25-minute mark. I want Self-Care Sunday to be 30 minutes. So listen, you got to be okay with the apology that's not coming. For those of you who are paying attention and tuned in early, I would challenge you to write a letter. Write a letter and send me a DM and tell me how it made you feel. Write a letter to yourself as if it was from the person that you wanted the apology to. Apologize to yourself the way that you would want them to apologize. Read it back to yourself 3 times so you can hear it. I would challenge you to read it out loud. Then take the letter outside, set the letter on fire, send me a DM and tell me just how you feel. Maybe I'm off a little bit. I don't know. But for me, it really made me feel really, really good. So listen, is it for Self-Care Sunday today. Y'all get it together, write your letters now. I'm a little nervous because I'm looking over here on my Instagram page and I don't read the comments as they're going because I have ADD. So if I keep reading the comments, I'll stop. So I see I got some crazy comments over there. I don't know where these people are coming from. So I'm almost scared to open it up for questions. But typically I open it up for 3 questions at the end of Self-Care Sunday. They don't have to be about what the topic is. It could be a business question. It could be a family question. It could be any kind of question you want. But I'm going to open it up for 3 questions. And then I am going to tell you how to get the free stuff for Self-Care Sunday. So does anybody have a question? And now that I'm seeing some of this stuff, I can just block some of these people over here as I go. So does anybody have a question on Facebook, on Instagram, and now I'm looking over here on YouTube? Okay, anybody have a question? Because I'm taking 3 questions and I want to hear. Somebody said they got a couple letters to write. I love it. I want you to write those letters, read them back, and set them on fire or whatever the case may be. Let me block this person. I don't know what you have going on. I'm waiting for some great questions. Does anybody have a good, viable question? Can you type the questions down? I'm seeing a bunch of nonsense over here on Instagram. Instagram's a little off sometimes. But somebody put it in the actual questions. Okay. What's the actual question? Those aren't questions. Okay, let me see. Anybody have a real life question? If not, I'm going to get off and continue my amazing Sunday. So I'm going once on the question, if it doesn't pop up. Going twice to pop up. Here's a great question. Somebody asked me a question. Typically, I wouldn't answer on a public platform. Somebody said, is it bad to be gay? I'm going to answer that question. Watch this. I believe that a person has the right to feel however it is that they want to feel. Now, I can talk to you from a Christian perspective because I'm a Christian. I respect every single person that actually gets on my lives. I have friends that are Muslim. I have friends that are Buddhist. I have friends that practice spirituality. I have friends that practice, I don't know, retro renegade or whatever that's going on, all kind of stuff. So let me tell you this. As a Christian, my stand at this point, as I've read the Bible over and over and over and over and over again, frontwards, backwards, and every way that I could think of, my stance on people wanting to be gay or transgender or whatever the case may be is our responsibility on this earth is us. Your personal responsibility is you and your journey, your purpose, and what God called you to be. I don't think that we're on this earth to judge other people. I don't think we're on this earth to bully other people. I do not believe we're on this earth to tell other people what to do or how to live their life. I believe that if you have children, your responsibility is to raise your children to the best of your ability under your spiritual and religious beliefs on how they should be raised within your household, whatever that may be. So for me, that's a very easy question. People can do whatever it is that they want to do because it's their life. And whatever or whomever they worship or believe, that's between them and their maker. And once people begin to get into a place where it's not their responsibility to judge people, tell people what to do or how to live their lives, they'll be able to live a better life. So guess what? All I could do is what I know, what I believe, what I was taught, what I understand, and what I love. And all I can do, the biggest thing across every religion in the entire world, I don't care what it is love. That's the same principle that doesn't change throughout any religion that I've ever read or traveled all over the world is love. So all I know how to do is love. And as long as what you're doing is not directly trying to manipulate or change me or bully me into something, then I have nothing to do with that. Somebody said, what is the topic? The apology is never coming. What do I listen to for motivation? I listen to a lot of different things. Have y'all noticed that if y'all listen to Eric Thomas too long, y'all start screaming and yelling and start sounding like Eric Thomas? If you listen to John Maxwell too long or Joel Osteen, there's so many different people that I listen to. I can't name them all. I even just search sometimes topics and I listen to different various people. So for motivation, I go to so many different things. I also venture off into other religions. Sometimes I hear Christians say that that's not a good thing to do, but I like to learn about the principles of other religions and the backgrounds of some of the reasons of why they think the things that they think or believe the things that they actually believe. And I actually do that too because I travel globally. And so it's my responsibility, like I said, not to judge other people. So when I go into a village or I go into a country, it's my responsibility to understand what their traditions are, how they live and what they're doing, and not to come in with my American ways, my principles, and my religion. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, if I go into a Muslim country, I don't have a problem wearing a hijab. Me wearing a hijab to respect somebody else's religion is not going to change what I believe or who I am. So that's what I do pretty much. As far as motivation, why is my head so big? I don't know. God made my head this way. I love my head. I'm falling in love with my head, especially my forehead. I think I have a big forehead. I have a question. You purchased hair from a company a year ago. They have an app sales, no final refund policy. However, I never received my order and all they offered after was constant partial. If I order some hair from somewhere, first of all, when it says no refunds, I believe no refunds is actually you actually received the merchandise. So if I receive something, I'm fine with you saying I can't have a refund because I didn't receive it. But if I never received it, then that no refund doesn't apply. So if it was me, number one, I think you waited too long. You said a year, baby, I would have been there to charge back on them. If you didn't send me my stuff within a reasonable time and I got the emails to prove it, then I would have did a charge back on you. Now, back in the day when I had time, because I used to think I was Olivia Pope, depending on where the company is located or whatever, and I had a few dollars, I would play with you in small claims court. Nobody wants to go to court. Nobody wants to hire attorneys and all of that. So I would definitely maybe file in small claims court. Last but not least, if you got a good attorney or a friend, have them maybe write a letter for you. Oftentimes people just don't like to deal with the legal system, but it's just unfortunate. So I wish you the best. Tell them you just want your money back. You didn't receive the item. Even try to go back to your bank. Depending on what bank it is, they might be able to actually refund you your money if you can tell them you never got the item. Why does everybody keep talking about my forehead? Does my forehead look big today? That's the third person that said what's up with my forehead. I don't know. God made my forehead. I can't fix that. What's the next one? Any more questions? I don't know who this is who keeps saying my forehead is so big. Okay, I'm over the forehead comments. Jeez, I must have a big forehead today because everybody's saying my forehead is so big. Somebody said, can I crack my knuckles? No, I don't know how to crack my knuckles. Wait, can't you do it if you pull your finger? I don't know why y'all asking me this. Oh, I did it. Did you hear it? I did it. I think if you pull your fingers, you can crack your knuckles. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why you asked me to do that, but that's how I can crack my knuckles. What else? I don't know what these people are saying. I don't know where the vulgar people are coming from today. I think that's it. Somebody said, where am I from? I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, East Side. So what up, though? So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. So that's where I'm originally from. But I've lived all over the place. Do you think school is healthy? Do you think school is healthy for your mental health? Yes and no. I survived school back in the day. I'm raising my children through homeschool way before the pandemic and COVID-19 things that I couldn't control. Children learn things that bring it to school. I think people don't understand that how children act and things that they say and they do is a direct reflection of what their parents are. Children are not born racist. If a child is racist, it's because they learned it at home. So a lot of behaviors that children have, they actually come from home. So I made the decision a long time ago that it wasn't healthy for my children to actually go to school, and my children were actually homeschooled. It's a little challenging now, I think, because everyone's homeschooling, and I think it's challenging because the teachers that are homeschooling from public schools are not trained homeschool teachers. So they trying to do something that they really don't know how to do. So I'm not quite sure you can call that homeschool, but my children attend Georgia Cyber Academy, and those teachers are homeschool teachers because it's a homeschool academy. And so they understand breaks and all those different things like that. And I just think that these regular school teachers, they don't know what they're doing because they used to being in a classroom. So being at home is even hard for them. So that's a catch-22. What advice do you have for women managing, building a business, and being in a relationship and having a family? There is no balance. Something's going to suffer always. You have to just choose what's going to suffer and what's going to suffer at that moment. Anybody that tells me that their whole life is balanced, their business is balanced, their family is balanced, they're lying. Because I've been an entrepreneur my whole entire life, and something has to suffer. When I'm at my best business-wise, I'm probably at my worst as a partner and as a parent. When I'm being the best mom that I could be in the entire world, my business and my sales are suffering. So it goes in, I think it goes in waves or it goes in seasons. And as your children get older, they begin to understand it. My kids understand and love the hustle. My children know that when I'm out here hustling and I say we securing the bag and we got something to do, they understand that there's something at the end of it for them. So they get excited, just like these new waist trainers, baby. Oh, why you ain't tell me I ain't buckle my waist trainer back? I'm over here. Okay. My children, they get excited because they know the more sales we have, the more stuff that they get. Like example, I reward my children throughout my success. So every time they hear my Cash App go off, it's kind of funny. If they don't hear my Cash App go off in the morning, don't ask me about Starbucks. My children are Starbucks people, okay? It costs me about $35, $40 to go to Starbucks. So they understand if I don't make money, you don't get Starbucks. That's just how it works. So that's very easy for my children. When it comes to your partner, your significant other, husband, wife, I think it has to be a healthy conversation. I think you have to say, listen, baby, I have a goal, and you got to make a goal or a target so then you can take a break. Baby, I'm on this goal. I want to make 50,000 in sales for the month. So this month I'm going to be very focused. I'm going to focus extremely on my business. But once I hit my goal, me and you are going to go away for 2 weeks and we're going to live our best life. I'm going to put down the phone. I'm going to not answer any emails. It's going to be 1,000% me and you, and I'm going to make it up to you for all those nights and all those days that I miss giving you the attention or the love or whatever it is that they need. So there is no balance. If I'm going to cheer competitions, I'm not making money, okay? I'm at the cheer competition sometimes and I'm on my phone and I'm doing conference calls, but it has to balance. So it doesn't balance. So that's that. What else did somebody say? They invaded. Listen, don't pay attention to the trolls. Just keep scrolling past them. They silly. What are my biggest influences? My biggest influences are people that treat other people good. That's number one. I love a person that treat people good. I don't like people that sit high and look low. Like I just don't. I just like people who I feel do that, or that they don't love other people or treat other people nice. So I'm influenced by people. Um, I'm influenced by competition. I'm an athlete. I'm a born athlete. My whole family's an athlete. My kid's dad was an athlete. My sister was an athlete. Her husband, the NBA. We're a whole athletic family. Our mindset is a team mindset. So we're very competitive. So I'm very influenced by competition, win or lose. A life for me is a lot about wins and losses. And so I'm in energy. That's what influences me. One last question when I find it. Let me see. I just stop even entertaining all these people just saying stuff crazy. I don't know where they're coming from. It's fine. We like trolls. So that's it. That was the end of, I think, for the questions. What is my zodiac sign? Do I believe in zodiacs? Mike B. I'm a Scorpio. 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 My birthday's coming up, November 4th. I am a Scorpio. Do I believe in horoscopes? Absolutely. Let me tell you why. Biblically, even speaking, in the Bible, even when Jesus was born, if you go back in the Bible, it says in the Bible that number one, they looked at a star. Number two, they talked about the Magi. The Magi were people that could actually read the stars in biblical times. That right there lets you know that if all the way back in biblical times they could read the stars to understand what was going on, that Jesus was born, that there's power within the stars and within the universe. So I do believe in zodiac signs. I don't believe in zodiac signs so much so where I think I spoke of this before, where I read my horoscope and then I kind of live my life like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen to me because the horoscope said. But I do believe that the characteristics of who I am and some of the things that I do and what they say about Scorpio is probably 99.9% of what they say about Scorpios is actually true. So I believe that. How tall am I? I am 6 feet tall. I don't know how that is, but I'm actually 6 feet tall, which is actually really, really tall. And when I put on heels, I'm about 6'4". So I'm literally like super, super, super tall. And I laugh because guys be like, I'm tall. To me, if you're not over 6'4", you're not tall because I'm 6 feet. So if a guy's not over 6'4", I'm like, stop playing with me. That's not really tall. Okay, so that's it. So let me tell you how we end this thing. On Self-Care Sundays, I like to give away some free stuff. Today is going to be different, okay? Normally, I say you only have to follow some certain pages. Today, here are the pages. Are you ready? Write it down. Get ready. So today, if you want to get some free stuff from Self-Care Sunday, you have to, number one, if somebody, why would somebody call that phone? If number one, you have to follow ASAP Tax Team, ASAP Tax Team on Instagram. That's my tax team page. I'm growing the page. Shameless plug. So you got to follow ASAP Tax Team. You have to follow the Rockstar brand. And you have to follow Beyond the Game org. Why am I doing this? I'm teaching you that followers should be gained organically, not by purchasing them. So again, if you follow ASAP Tax Team, ASAP Tax Team on Instagram, take a picture. The Rockstar brand, follow, take a picture. Beyond the Game, take a picture. Send the pictures to my DM with your name and your address. I'm going to send you a free item. I take the first 10 people that actually send it to my DM and I send them some free stuff. So that's how you can do it. Last but not least, before I go, I want to tell you thank you for joining. Tell a friend to join us. Here's what I need you to do. Go on over to YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube page, which is actually Shanita Foster. Actually, watch a video too. Just don't go and subscribe. Can you go watch a video? So go ahead, watch a video on YouTube. That will help me out. I've seen a lot of questions about mentoring. I do not mentor, but I actually coach. So if you would like to get a 30-minute coaching session with me, my coaching is actually $25. So you can slide in my DM. I will tell you exactly how you can get coached by me. Last but not least, get you some liquid lipo. Let me stand up real quick. The trolls might go crazy. And slide in my DM if you want it. It's the waist for me. Waist trainer. Do you see the waist trainer? I'm going to go out like this. Woo! Do y'all see my waist? I waist train my life away. So go slide in my DM if you want to get it's the waist for me waist trainer. Look, see, I'm working on when I sit down. Anybody want to sit down and not have their stomach fold over? That has been my goal. So that's the goal that I have been working on. When I sit down, I don't want my day. I will talk to you guys next day on Self-Care Sunday. So let me leave from over here first. Bye-bye, Facebook. I'm getting out of here on Facebook. Facebook is going. Hey, YouTube, thank you for joining in. Can you tell a friend to tell a friend? Slide in. Let me share that. Hold on, guys. Can you tell a friend to tell a friend? I'm going to get all these electronics together. One day I'm going to get them together. But thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Stand in for all the people that actually came and watched over here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys on my pattern of growth to get my YouTube channel going. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. I'm going to end that one. And then last